From street to success, a 12-year journey. John, a middle-aged carpenter with a kind heart, walks through the bustling city streets, reflecting on a day 12 years ago that changed his life. On a cold, rainy evening, he noticed a 10-year-old girl, Emily, huddled in a doorway, begging for food. Moved by her plight, John offered her a meal and shelter. This simple act of kindness blossomed into a deep bond, providing Emily with the stability and support she needed. Years later, Emily, now a successful software engineer, honors John at a high-profile tech event, revealing how his belief in her transformed her life. Hello my friends, I hope all you are fine. This is Narrative Stories channel. Let's start this story. John, a middle-aged man with a warm demeanor, navigated through the bustling city streets. The sun had just begun to set, casting a golden hue over the skyscrapers and bathing the city in a soft amber glow. As he walked, John's thoughts drifted back to a day 12 years ago that had changed his life in ways he couldn't have imagined. The sounds of traffic and the chatter of people around him faded as his mind wandered back to that cold, rainy evening. John had always been a man of simple means, working diligently as a carpenter. He had a kind heart and a steady hand, qualities that endeared him to his clients and friends. Yet there was a restlessness within him, a sense that he hadn't quite fulfilled his purpose. This feeling often led him to reflect on his past, especially on that particular night that seemed so distant yet vividly present in his memory. 12 years ago, on a cold and rainy evening, John had been walking home from work, the city's streets almost deserted under the relentless downpour. His coat was soaked through, and his breath came out in visible puffs in the chilly air. As he hurried along, eager to reach the warmth of his modest apartment, he noticed a small figure huddled in the doorway of a closed store. The girl was young, around 10 years old, with matted hair and clothes that clung to her small frame, drenched and dirty. She was holding a cardboard sign with shaky handwriting that read, "Please help. Need money for food." John's heart ached at the sight. He slowed his pace, his eyes meeting hers. They were wide and filled with a mixture of fear and hope, a look that tugged deeply at his conscience. John approached the girl cautiously, not wanting to startle her. "Hey there," he said gently, kneeling to her level. "My name's John. What's yours?" She hesitated, glancing around as if expecting someone to swoop in and take away her chance of getting help. "Emily," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the rain. John smiled warmly. "Emily, are you hungry?" She nodded, her eyes wide and cautious. "Come with me," he offered, extending his hand. "Let's get you something to eat." They walked together to a nearby diner, John holding an umbrella over Emily as she shivered beside him. Inside, the warmth enveloped them, and John ordered a hearty meal for Emily. She ate ravenously, and as she did, John gently coaxed her story from her. Emily had been living on the streets for several weeks after her mother, a single parent struggling with addiction, had disappeared. Emily had no other family to turn to and had been trying to survive on her own. As Emily finished her meal, John faced a decision. He couldn't bear the thought of sending her back out into the cold night. "Emily," he said softly, "I have a spare room at my place. It's not much, but it's warm and safe. Would you like to stay there for a while?" Tears welled up in Emily's eyes as she nodded. "Yes, please," she whispered, her voice cracking with relief and gratitude. John led her to his modest apartment, a small but cozy space filled with handmade furniture and the smell of fresh wood. He showed her to the spare room, which he quickly prepared with clean sheets and blankets. Emily looked around, her eyes wide with wonder and gratitude. For the first time in weeks, she felt safe. Over the next few days, John and Emily began to form a bond. They shared meals and conversations, and John learned more about Emily's past. She was a bright and curious child, despite the hardships she had faced. She talked about her dreams, her love for books, and her longing for a normal life. John listened, offering comfort and understanding. One evening, as they sat together after dinner, Emily asked, "Why did you help me, John?" He looked at her, his eyes filled with kindness. "Because everyone deserves a chance, Emily. And sometimes, all it takes is one person to believe in you." Emily smiled, feeling a warmth she hadn't felt in a long time. John knew that providing temporary shelter was only the first step. He wanted to give Emily the stability she needed to thrive. He began by enrolling her in a local school. The principal, moved by Emily's story, agreed to help her catch up on her studies. Emily was nervous on her first day, but John reassured her, walking her to the school gates and promising to be there when she finished. Every day after school, John would help Emily with her homework, encouraging her to pursue her interests. He noticed her fascination with technology and decided to nurture it. He introduced her to computers and basic coding, something he had a rudimentary understanding of. Emily's eyes would light up as she learned, her mind soaking up knowledge like a sponge. Despite the new opportunities, Emily faced numerous challenges. She struggled with her past trauma and the emotional scars left by her mother's abandonment. At school, she sometimes felt out of place, her experiences making her feel different from her peers. John was always there to support her, providing a safe space where she could express her feelings and fears. Emily's resilience began to shine through. She tackled her studies with determination, often staying up late to finish her assignments and learn new coding skills. John marveled at her progress, proud of the young woman she was becoming. He made sure to celebrate her achievements, no matter how small, reinforcing her confidence and self-worth. As the years passed, Emily continued to excel in school. She discovered a passion for technology, particularly in coding and software development. John's modest apartment became a hub of learning and creativity, filled with books, computers, and coding projects. Emily's grades soared, and she began to dream of a future in the tech industry. In high school, Emily's talent was recognized by her teachers, who encouraged her to apply for scholarships. John supported her every step of the way, helping her with applications and essays. The turning point came when Emily was awarded a full scholarship to a prestigious university, a testament to her hard work and determination. The day she received the acceptance letter, she ran to John, tears of joy streaming down her face. "We did it, John," she exclaimed, and he hugged her tightly, his heart swelling with pride. Emily's university years were marked by hard work and remarkable achievements. She thrived in her studies, earning top marks and gaining the respect of her professors and peers. She continued to stay in touch with John, frequently visiting him and sharing her successes. John's pride in Emily grew with each passing year, his heart warmed by the knowledge that his act of kindness had set her on a path to success. Upon graduating with honors, Emily was offered a position at a leading tech company. She dove into her work with passion, quickly climbing the ranks and earning recognition for her innovative ideas. Yet, she never forgot the man who had given her a chance when she needed it most. John's influence remained a guiding force in her life, his lessons in kindness and resilience shaping her approach to her career and relationships. 12 years after that fateful night, Emily had not only become a successful software engineer, but also an entrepreneur. She developed a groundbreaking app designed to help children from disadvantaged backgrounds learn coding and technology skills. The app gained widespread recognition, receiving accolades from the tech community and educational institutions alike. Emily decided to launch her app with a special event, inviting influential figures from the tech industry, educators, and the media. She also made sure to invite John, though she kept the details of her connection to him a secret. She wanted to surprise him and show him the impact his kindness had made. On the day of the launch, John received an invitation to a high-profile tech event. Puzzled but curious, he decided to attend. As he walked into the grand hall, he felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. The room was filled with people, and a large stage was set up at the front. John found a seat, wondering what had prompted the invitation. As the event began, Emily took the stage, her presence commanding attention. She began her presentation, explaining the inspiration behind her app and its potential to change lives. John watched in awe, recognizing the young woman before him, but not yet grasping the full connection. Toward the end of her speech, Emily's tone grew more personal. "I want to share a story," she began, her voice steady and filled with emotion. 12 years ago, I was a lost and frightened child, begging on the streets. A kind man saw me, offered me food, and gave me shelter. He believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself. John's heart pounded as he listened, the realization dawning on him. Emily continued, her eyes scanning the audience until they found John. "That man's name is John, and he's here with us today. John, could you please join me on stage?" The room erupted in applause as John stood, his emotions a whirlwind of pride, gratitude, and love. He walked to the stage, tears mingling with his. 3. Full circle. Emily continued, her voice breaking with emotion. "John, you gave me a chance when I had nothing. You showed me kindness and love, and you believed in me. Everything I've achieved is because of you. Thank you for changing my life." She presented John with a token of gratitude, a beautifully crafted wooden plaque with the words, "To John, my guardian and friend, thank you for believing in me." The audience stood in admiration, applauding the profound bond between them. The story ended with John and Emily embracing, surrounded by applause and admiration from the audience. Their journey had come full circle, a testament to the transformative power of kindness, a band, and the enduring impact of believing in someone. The warmth of their connection filled the room, inspiring everyone present to believe in the power of giving and the incredible journeys it could set in motion. Thank you for being a part of Narrative Stories. Your support and engagement mean the world to us. We are committed to bringing you the best in storytelling. What kinds of stories would you like to see next? Share your thoughts in the comments below.